Hey, did you hear what they said?
No? What did they say?
Ooh, it was something else, eh? Something to think about.
Oh, is it?
Ja.
Sorry, Jason Statham.
Die tik een. Hy is reality. Hy moet 'n Audi ry.
Ja, yes, Audi, ja.
Maar
It's a Datsun met de Audi chappie. It's a bun met de Audi chappie.
It's a Audi. Hallo, away and assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am your host for this beautiful episode of Azert.
Ja.
Dit mos jou episode mee, maar ons dan gepraat het oor. Toch is hele dag en hele klere aan. Tula. Voor ons.
Maar
Nee, praat klaar. Dit was nou jouw show. Dit is jouw episode. Als jouw episode erin gaat aan, wat wil jij zeggen?
Are you staying at the studio of?
Why, Mr. Seister?
Hoekom het jy dieselfde gap aan elke
Wat
week?
laat jy dink ek het dieselfde gap aan? Ek kan
As
miskien
dieselfde gap.
ek kan miskien 4 van dieselfde sweaters hê. Ons het geld soos daai. Ons het geld.
It's raining dollar. Rain. It's raining. Geel toppies. Het drinkt geel toppies.
Anyway, back to things that matter. Van julle wat daar so kyk, vandag gaan ons discuss your dream job versus reality job en hoe jy kos op die tafel gaat gooi. Because I'm a poet and you know it. What's your thoughts?
Geel toppie, bra.
Man, nou voel ek weer so right.
You slept here last week.
You sleep here for 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I think so.
As the third week, I'm cutting for 4. I'm cutting for 4. Julle weet dan is 'n bietjie tight by.
And how perfect on the topic about dream jobs versus reality. Because you know what I'm saying? Because he's chasing a dream, but in reality, he needs money for another topic.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, kom ons doen dit die week kyk. Oh ja, hy's okay. Anyway. So, dream job versus the reality job. Wat ons op skool gewees het, it was always the dream jobs. As I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer. I was een goes wat eendag gesê het by die skool. Jane, wat wil jy wees? I want to be nie alleen airport.
I wonder if anybody landed on her strip.
Bruh, no, Jane was baie space. Jane was space, no. Jane, sy wil airport gewees het graag jou vrou. En sy as hy, ek wil graag 'n airport. Well, to you.
I think,
So,
yeah.
sorry, just to bring things back. When you were at school, what was your dream job and what was your dream job? And are you, your reality that you live in now, are you in that dream job? It was wat vir Vanins eerste.
No, I wanted to be a journalist,
Strap- oh.
believe it or not.
Oh,
Not the airport.
not the airport strap.
I wanted to be a journalist, believe it or not.
Okay.
Ek kan dit sien. Baie besig.
And the reality I live now is so far removed from journalism,
Yeah.
it's not even funny.
But I won't say it's far removed from journalism from where you're sitting now. Because you're doing a broadcast on a podcast which is part of...
Nee, ek praat mos nou van die job wat ek het. Wat my bills betaal.
Yeah.
Op die volle story werk. That's, you know, it's
You must
a
know.
It's an
Honest
occupation, honest living.
Yes, sir. But no. Shout out to the guys that wat hy werk doen, the blue collar guys. Respect for your
Yes.
Exactly.
Big time
Yes.
respect. Look, yeah, I mean, when Mr. Seister was at school, I mean, I always wanted to be.
1652 wat van die Riebeek wat hy net ingekom het.
Yes, basically, I was one of the slaves.
I can see it. Look at the shirt. It's vlees van die bout af.
So what I wanted to be was involved in the corporate world. I mean, always suit and tie. That was my thing.
We can swap.
Maar die mensen als hy 'n suit en tie het en 'n swart suit en 'n wit hemp, like hy soos die transport.
That's correct. That's correct.
Of Timo.
Yes. So Jason Statham.
Die tik een. Daai is reality. Versus the dream. Hy moet 'n Audi ry.
Yes, Audi. Ja.
But that's
It's a Datsun met de Audi
It's a
chappie. It's a bun met de Audi chappie.
It's a Baudi.
It's a Baudi. Je hebt een suit met de shorts. Yeah. So I mean, back to the topic. I think we get lost in Niken. Not that I'm saying that having a dream isn't the way to go. I mean, everybody, all young kids growing up, need to have a dream.
Yes.
But I think what parents and teachers don't teach the children is that there is actually a real fine line between dream and reality.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
What you actually gonna do when you get out there? Some children are very privileged
Yes.
to say, I want to become a doctor.
Yes.
Their mom and their parents work extremely hard to put them through college and university, and they become doctors. Well done. But majority of kids out there is never gonna be
Because they don't
those
have access.
big things.
Yeah.
And life still goes on. You still need to grow up.
Correct.
You still need to move out of your parents'
As
house.
jy stopbutton nie.
Yeah. Get yourself a place, get yourself a car, get some food on the table. And that's just the reality of life.
Copy.
You know, so we can all chase a dream, but we all gotta face reality.
Yeah.
You know?
No. Here's the thing, yes, we can all chase the dream. But the actual trick is, are you going to follow through?
Yeah.
Are you doing it or are you saying it just to be seen amongst your peers? Wil jy kwaai lyk?
Yeah.
Why are you saying that? Ons almal kan sien, daar's jy 'n dokter in jou nie. That type of thing waar die mis sê al klaar, mis wie een op dokter. Airport.
Yeah, exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So 'n ding wat moeilik is om te doen is if you say that because you are saying it in front of thousands of children.
Yes.
And you still stay in the area.
Yes.
So one day, if you out there working, some of them are going to come check you. Ja, sy dan gesê, sy gaan dit dan as word en sy as jy sien, ons het ons geweet, sy is van, sy's eintlik 'n dom jong.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know that thing. So
Or you have situations where there are children that grow up in single-parent homes, which is a very common occurrence these days in society. The parents can't, or the custodial parent can't pay for tertiary education. The child is forced to go and work immediately after school. So there's the dreams all up in
in
smoke.
die fabriek.
Yes. Not necessarily out of the child's choice, but because circumstances dictate that they can't pursue the dream that they would like to do. Now, my personal one was journalism. I ended up in media by happenstance, and I absolutely love it. However, those passion blinkers also need to come off because I do also need to put food on my table. So you've got to sit and say to yourself, now, okay, what is this going to be worth to me? Is it going to be worth going hungry? Is it going to be worth my child not getting an education, etc., etc.? You've got to weigh all those pros and cons. And I think that is why it's so difficult for people to do their dream job and get paid at it.
Absolutely. Well, I was blessed enough to follow through.
Oh, you lucky?
No, there's no luck. It's hard work, like we said. There's no stop button in life, you know. I knew from a young age that I was going to be an actor. I knew it from the get-go. That was my thing. Even when I was in Sunday school, I was one of those children that don't do his Sunday school work in the book. But must wait, can I do it verbally?
Okay.
So I would
Okay.
act it out, and it became a thing where I would act out Bible stories and that type of thing. So which means, and it's in church, so there's music involved. So when I go to school, because I'm always in a choir, I can never not be in a choir. So when I got to high school, there was no choir, but within a year or two, daar was 'n auntie wat gekom het, Elaine Turin, God rest her soul, wat gekom het, and she's like the Michelle Pfeiffer of what's that movie?
Dangerous Minds.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes,
Dangerous
yes, yes.
Minds.
Where she
Yes.
saves, she's in that industry of saving children, you know. And that was that woman for us, because ek het by 'n skool gaan waar almal was 'n nommer.
Yeah.
Yo.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the reality daarvan is, say that you want to be in the arts, right? But you love poetry so much, but you can't do poetry in front of your broers.
Correct. Correct. So it's that.
So
it's
now
that,
you have
it's
to
that
put
choice.
Now you have to put
Yeah.
your dream maybe a little bit to the side for your own. I don't want to say protection,
Yeah.
but laat hulle nou nie kan dink ek is so.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Correct.
So now you're tricking yourself, you lying to yourself, and within that whole process, it can get lost into translation, that dream that you're talking about. Because nou val ze miskien saam die broers wat nou vir jou gespot het of wat. Nou gebeur daar iets simple. And now you've got a court case.
Yeah.
En nou kan ze nie 'n dream job doen nie, because daar's 'n docket nommer daar, so as hulle vir jou search, vir hulle nie. Nou is kan nie.
Yes.
Exactly.
So there your dream is already messed up. And who did it? You. And not by peer pressuring, it's because you can't stand peer pressure.
Yeah.
If you're going to go for your dream job, believe me, there's going to be a lot of other pressure. So learn that now, to take a beating and stand up and wipe yourself off and go forward.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the thing is now is, I think, when do you get to that point where you got to face reality? Sometimes you think to yourself, I want to do something, but the obstacles that I need to overcome to get it, it's really, really massive. So do you give up on your dream? Because you yourself know, look here, I'm good at my current job, for
Yes.
example.
Yes.
You're making good money. You're putting food on the table. You're putting your children through schooling, whatever.
You're not happy.
But deep
You're not
down
happy.
in your heart, you're not happy, but everybody else thinks, yes, man, you
He's sorted.
good.
Yeah,
You're
yes.
good at what you
Yeah,
do. No,
yes.
it's like, if only I can be that.
Yes.
But in reality, you want to do something else.
Yes.
Do you pursue that? Or,
But it's like I said earlier.
yeah,
It comes right down to
Feeding the family.
feeding the family. You have to make those hard choices. Where I know of a situation where somebody was doing what they loved, but they weren't getting paid for it. Not even a small contribution towards fuel.
yeah,
And they had to sit down and say, okay, I love this. I really love it.
yeah,
But what is it costing me? What is it worth to me? If I continue to pursue it, I'm going to have no income whatsoever. So what's going to happen with my child's education, my car installment, my medical aid payments, my life insurance, my car insurance? What's going to happen with all those things if I continue to pursue this avenue that I want?
yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, sometimes when reality hits you in the face that hard,
Yeah,
you actually have to say, you know what, the passion blinkers
Bite the bullet.
do need to come off.
yeah,
Maybe you can pursue it in another way
yeah.
or some.
Because I mean, I think as humans, we really, if it's a dream,
Yes,
will be like, as you're saying, that passion blinkers, blinded
correct.
by all the things that we need to actually do
Correct.
and sacrifice to do it. You look past it.
Yes.
When everybody else can see, is like, this is actually not benefiting you.
Yes.
But you're so passionate about that particular role
Yes.
where you go, you know what? Maybe it's going to get better. But maybe it doesn't. But people still pursue it, and then it actually affects other areas of your life,
Correct.
whether it being your
Correct.
relationship,
Yes.
Correct.
your home life,
Correct.
whatever. For example, if I had to chase a dream of, look here, I'm not a soccer player, but I mean, something in me is gonna go, I need to be a soccer player. I can chase it so much, but also affect so many people in
Correct.
my household for
Correct.
this dream. Where
Correct.
anybody else can see, no, my man, you got 2 left feet here.
Oh, yeah.
Het gaat nie werk nie.
Ja,
No,
ja,
no,
het
ja,
gaat nie
ja,
werk
ja,
nie.
Now,
ja,
back,
ja, ja.
that situation I was saying about earlier, that person's significant other had to be the harsh one in that equation.
Yeah, yeah.
I just want to
Go for it.
I just want to say there's also a sad downside to some success. And the reason why I say that is like I went through, it's my dream job, is this. It's now 22 years later. I'm in that. And they always, the saying, if you love doing what you do, you'll never work a day in your life, all of that jazz.
All that, yeah.
No, stop it. That's not like that. We love working and we love working hard for our money.
Yes,
It's to do
yeah.
with you as a person. But the sad part about this, when you do reach a certain success in whatever career it is. Ek praat nou van my personally gewoon nou. And if you reach a certain success within your career, then you get that people that will knock you down by hoeveel kwai nou wat jou boel is en
But there's always haters, Mos.
Yes.
But now what they don't teach you throughout the journey is how to handle
That.
Yes, because that can also make you suicidal attempts and
Yeah.
because sometimes people can't handle what they get. And it's the same thing with, say, for instance, say bijvoorbeeld bij idols. Today, you normal Joe.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, you won the competition. Poof, it's overnight fame. They don't train you how to handle that.
Correct.
Correct.
So that is where you go off the rails to your drugs, to your this, to that, just as an scapegoat to feel normal or to fool yourself.
Yeah.
To tell you that makes me feel normal.
And I think in that same breath, I think it also sort of stems into other sort of careers where we aren't taught the negative side of industries.
Correct. Correct.
So everybody goes the whole glitz and glamour. You're going to be a doctor. You're going to heal people. You're going to do this, that.
But they don't
But then
tell
the
you-
long hours,
Yes.
the stress,
Yes.
the responsibility,
Correct.
losing someone in your care if someone dies in your
Correct.
watch.
Your marriage can go south because you're too busy focusing
All
on
that.
this, and your
Correct.
spouse feels you don't have time for me, you don't have time for that.
Correct.
that.
So I think individuals have to be taught both
Yes.
sides of the scale.
Yes.
And you have to also learn how to balance as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you can't have what you want to do and not focus on what you have to do. And what I mean when I say is have to do is your family life, your spouse, your significant other, children, whatever it is, your home things and da 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 da.
Yeah.
Versus what you want to do. You have to learn that balance. Now the problem is we don't have people in our lives that can teach us that balance because they themselves don't
Don't
know
have
how
that
to balance
balance.
either.
Yeah.
You think you know.
You think you know. There
Yeah.
we go. So they don't know either. So where do you go? And then you look at celebritydom as a whole. Look at artists like Robin Williams and other artists that died by their own hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
You go down that path
And
again.
he's a happy person.
Exactly.
He's
Exactly.
happy. I mean,
He was
Robin
doing
Williams
what he loved.
always had a smile
And
on
was
his face.
successful
Yeah.
in it.
Correct.
Yeah.
So there's that also.
If I just if I just deviate just slightly, but also still on topic, you chasing a dream, right? And you're making money, but yet you need to balance your home life, right? But yet you're seeing to all your bills, you're seeing to everything. Everybody's getting what they want. Wife's getting what they want. Children are getting what they want. But yet they still want time from you as well in the same breath. Are they willing to give that up for dad to come spend more time? Because dad can't do both.
I think
Dad can't chase money and be at home.
and be present.
and be present.
I think-
So is the family gonna be fine with giving up some certain stuff in order to have more time with dad?
I think this is that.
Or mom. I'm not saying
No,
male or
either
female.
way, totally,
whatever.
totally understand. This is one of those cases. Which was first, the ego, the chicken. It's one of those, the either or.
Yeah.
You know, but een moet gebeur vir die ander ene om te happen.
Correct.
But yeah,
No, but that's a hele debate oor die wat was eers.
correct.
But the chicken cannot exist if it wasn't the egg. So I'm not saying the egg was first. All I'm saying is
One can't be without the other.
it's a give and take.
Correct.
It's a pull.
Yeah.
And it's a tug of war.
But I'll throw a spanner in that works quickly.
You make it scrambled egg now.
I'm gonna make it scrambled egg now, yeah.
Blow eers.
Time is a commodity that you cannot get back once you've lost it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you put it into that perspective,
Yeah.
it's very difficult, but you have to give it perspective because it's a commodity that once it's lost, you can't get back.
Mm-hmm.
Money you can always make. So
But are you prepared to give it up?
that's the question you have to ask yourself.
Yeah.
That's
Is
a
it
hard
tug of war?
question.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Did I say because you have to realize that people get used to being comfortable.
Yes.
You know? And having the needs met, right? Because sometimes that male or female that does the hard work year in, year out, putting the best foot forward, providing for their family, can come home and say, you know what, I'm done.
Yeah.
I want to bow out now because I'm 40 years old, but I feel 70.
Yes.
And if I don't put a stop to it now,
Yes.
I'm going to die.
Yes.
Then another set of circumstances come on where people are not happy
Correct.
for mom and dad to come home or get another job that chops their salary in half.
Yes.
So now, son's driving a brand new sports car, needs to travel with the bus now. He's not going to be your best child or dad or mom's not going to be in the good
Exactly.
books.
Exactly.
Still on topic. I've got a question. Ik weet niet of ik nou op tone ga trap of zo, nee. But it do exist out there. What about some people that they don't want to put in the hard work to reach that dream, but rather prefer to sleep their way to the top?
Ooh, that's a doozy. In other words, they get it by being the airport.
Yes.
Yes.
Strap.
Strap of the
Landing
air-
strap.
Yes.
Pa.
But you know what? That is a brilliant question because there are so many people out there that think that sex is the way to success.
But the thing is, I think once again, going to
Laat
be
ek
a double.
laat ek net vir Ryan se vrou sê, no, he did not sleep his way to the top. He slept his way to the middle. I only play, man. Ek baie faithful, kyk sê hy by draad mooi. Stryk en alles in die nate.
It's a double-edged sword there because sometimes it works for one person.
Correct.
And sometimes it goes smack bang and blows up in someone's face because
Yes.
what they thought they could do could get them to the top didn't actually work.
Correct.
You know, and obviously somebody took advantage there.
Yes.
That was in power.
Yes.
And then, you know, how do you live with yourself knowing that, look here, I kind of went down the wrong path and it didn't work out for me. And then you still sort of labeled like, oh, you're that type of person that wanted to take the easier way out. And, but then coming to the fact that the person that did it went, poof, skyrocketed and now drives a Porsche.
But daai
Yes.
is waar die som van die managements inkom wat ons van gepraat het 'n week gelede where we said the workers know everything, how the system works, the job, the everything.
Yeah.
The manager don't.
yeah.
hy of sy het miskien net mooi geslaap tot by die top, and that's why you didn't have to study or work to be able to get to know what's happening in the
But that
trenches.
builds animosity in the workplace.
Also, and hy slaap ons met HR, so hy sal fine wees. Spoke about that. Spoke about that.
Yeah. It's got to be tactical sleeping.
Yes, so why do you think HR? Why do you think HR is the CEO next year? So no. Ek het jou onderbreek.
No,
You say some-
yeah. So I think it's going to be once again. It's that luck of the draw. I don't know. I mean, you. I mean, it's like gambling. You know,
It is a gamble.
It's a massive
It is a
gamble.
gamble because the person who is doing the deed to further themselves, you got to then ask yourself the question, do they have a conscience?
Mm.
First of all, do they have self-respect?
Are they part of his sensual?
There we go. What is it that is driving them? Because you get certain people who want a certain quality of life, and like you said, they don't actually want to work for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They want a certain quality
Hulle
of
wil
life.
op hulle rug lê vir dit.
Correct. And in a lot of cases, they get it.
Yes, they do.
But what is the fallout from that?
The mere fact
A sexually transmitted disease?
al daai goede wat nou,
Nee.
ja, maar nou kom jy die audit. Dan weet jy nie wat ek kan doen nie, because nou gaan sy vir Ryan goed praat because hy is in die blou wat met die trein werk toe kom. He knows everything's Ryan. Here's the thing. Things is gonna come, but this is your opportunity to shine.
Yes.
You need to show them around and tell them that. Hy weet niks wat hy aangaan nie.
Yes.
He knows he's gonna feel like a fool, be like a fool in front of that people. So now he needs to be that boss in front of them to show, yeah,
Exactly.
I take action, yeah. I take action. Fioba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think in the another part of it would be kids that also grow up with a silver spoon in their mouth. That
Don't even get me started on that
Tantrum
one.
kinders.
and got to the top because daddy was the boss or daddy was the owner of the company or
Or
Yes.
they go study for 3 years to do psychology, soos byvoorbeeld. Then they take a gap year
A
to go
gap year.
travel overseas.
yeah.
Then they
Yeah.
come home and they say they want to study dentistry. Hello?
Yes. Yeah.
No,
And then
not
they
on
do
my
a year of
watch.
dentistry studying. It's like, you know what? That's actually not for me.
No.
I think I'm just gonna work for my father.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
I am the family business.
Yeah.
Now,
And
even
that
if-
generation runs that business in the ground because hy weet wat hy aangaan.
Yeah.
Correct. Now, even if I was a parent who was able to give my children that opportunity, if my kid came to me and said that to me, I said, no, I'm sorry, then you're on your own.
Yeah.
Then you're on your own.
Stop it.
Because you are wasting my time and you're wasting my money.
Bring back my money.
You're never going to get it back.
So yeah, I mean, so the dream job versus the reality job. I think we can sort of we can go on for hours and hours and hours. And I think it's a great discussion. It's a great debate.
Definitely.
But I think like as we were putting into it now is we were putting things into perspective. But I think generally people want to go and reach the top
Yes.
very quickly.
Correct.
And what they don't know
And
is
what-
very cold up there.
Correct. And they will actually do anything and everything to get there.
Correct.
And so does one go by the book or does one seize the opportunity with a little bit of a lifeline? If somebody offers you a lifeline. Somebody says, you know what, Nins? We can see that you're wanting to do this.
Yes.
But if you just do that, you can get there quicker. Nothing sort of illegal
Untoward.
or untoward.
Yeah.
Do you take it? Or do you go, no, my man, look here, I'm only at step 1 now. I intend to go
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As to 1,
Correct.
6.
correct.
Correct.
But knowing deep down that jump it'll be positively fantastic in your life all round.
And also you got to factor in age as well.
Correct. Maybe you
Because
don't
some people
have the
get
time.
to that dream pretty late in their lives.
Yeah, and you don't have the time to go through. You know,
Correct.
you don't have the time to go through the steps.
No,
You don't.
you don't, because you're running out of time.
So guys, yeah. Ons nou bietjie tyd het gehaal op. It was a wonderful episode. Thank you to my two wonderful co-hosts.
No, only one wonderful. Yeah.
And I'm still sexy. So guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it for this episode. Ek hoop julle vat weg van wat julle nou gehoor het, the reality and the dream job. Maak het werk vir yourself, because only you can do it for you. Word of the day.
Kinders.
Nice. Hou jou kinders safe, be a good parent.
Spin.
Spin, beteken dit ek wil uitgaan met jou nie by die hekkie, saam met jou, sy's my girl. Spin, sê nie.
Oh, is it?
As hy spin
is
as hy
it?
nog spin gebruik, glo my, hy license op, gaat hy lang hou nie. Hy gaat hy hou nie, because hy weet aan pula ba, hy kan sê, oos, kahe,
Or speed.
die stukkie spin. So, from myself, your host Christian Bennett on the show.
Oh, is it?
Oh, is it?
Ja, ek bly het vir jou sê, sien vir julle next week. So,
Spin saam met my.
dis my dreamie. Dis my dream job. Dis my dream job.
But I'm your reality.
It is why I want to kill myself. Wat sy met my kamer erop in die video's?
Is it?
Ja.